Buddy. So we're here. Where are we? Where are we, Tim? We're in Warriorsford, Pennsylvania.
Who the fuck knows or cares?
Who the fuck knows, right? So, my family, my parents, who have. By the way, I should preface this with have fed Tim. Tim has met them. They rolled out the red carpet for Tim.
This is true. This is true. They're lovely people.
My family has brought Tim into their home
It's
and
true.
accepted him as one of their own. So
see what Dan when Dan says accepted him, that's inherently a homophobic remark. But continue.
I would say that's you're projecting in a way, but they brought him in to their home. My parents are from Philadelphia, so I was like, okay, there's this local cheesesteak hoagie shop that my dad used to go to when he was a kid. He used to take me when I was a kid. I went there after my grandfather's funeral, a couple of years ago. It was the first time me and some of my aunts and uncles and cousins had seen each other in years, and we're all brought back together because of this one location. And I told Tim that we're about 45 minutes away from it. So I was like, you know what? How about I'll go pick us up some cheesesteaks. It was about an hour drive away, and I'll bring them back. So I take about, 2.5 hours of my day to go
and
get these cheesesteaks.
of your day.
What was that?
Of your day, of your very busy day.
My very busy day.
Yeah.
I've been in and out of meetings all day.
You're writing a joke. You're writing a joke about when you shaved your head.
That was one thing that I was also doing. I also
so you took 2.5 hours out of your day. Okay, yeah.
I'm very involved in various charities and fundraisers.
Yeah, I'm involved in a charity too. Do you want to know the name of it? Anyway, keep going. I'm involved in a charity. I'm involved in a big charity. So tell everyone what happened.
So, I'm on the way to go get these cheesesteaks. I stop. I get Tim a beanie because I was like, it's cold out. I don't want Tim to be cold. I want him to feel comfortable. So I get him a beanie. That's just kind of an aside. So anyway, I get the food. I come back. I go to use the bathroom, wash my hands for being outside. Tim takes one bite of the sandwich. I hear over here from the bathroom, this is fucking disgusting. Immediately, he goes, this is fucking gross. And Ben is in the kitchen as well. He turns to Ben, he goes, I can't eat this. And I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, all right, maybe, I'm hoping maybe he didn't open the sandwich. Maybe you opened like the tasty cakes that I brought back. And I'm in there. I'm like, because on the ride back, I'm like, oh, this is, I told my parents that we went to this that I'm getting Tim a sandwich from this place. And they're like, oh, that's great. The last time we were there, my dad told me, he's like, the last time we were there was when my father died. And I was like, yeah, this will be good. I'll give him a taste of our family history here. And Tim's response to that was, this is fucking disgusting.
I literally said to Dan, I said, hey, man, we're from different places. That's all I'm trying to say. I go, hey, man, I can't eat this shit. We're from different places because Dan has failed with food in so many ways. It's inconsistent. Now, listen, in fairness to you, the cheesesteak was in the car for 45 minutes.
Yes.
The roll got all fucked up. Everything
got a little
stale. It got stale. There was, I thought there'd be like more cheese on it or whatever. It was just like cold and I don't know, man. It's also like you brought home chips and tasty cakes, and I'm like, I don't know. We talked about I talked about trying to eat healthier,
Well, what did you expect? I mean, cheesesteaks aren't healthy. You knew I was getting cheesesteaks.
I understand that.
Inherently, it's not like a healthy.
I know, but
choice.
We don't have to pile on. But dude, tasty cakes are horrible. Everything in this state is people that eat at gas stations. That's their whole life.
You're not wrong.
I'm sorry, your entire family is kept together by a Wawa. I think I've ever heard. Dan acted like he showed me a family heirloom of his, and I threw it on the floor.
I mean, literally, that's what happened. I didn't act like it. I gave you a family heirloom, and you spit it out.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of attacked you a little bit. I didn't mean to, but I was a little
upset. You're upset. I mean, look, you're probably hungry. I get it. I bring back this cheesesteak that I traveled 2 hours to get. I passed my grandfather's gravesite. I'm like, oh, this is, we're really tying it back together.
Did you stop? By the way, did you stop?
I stopped to pee on his grave.
But did you literally stop to pay respects?
I did not.
Okay, so you just drove by it.
I just drove by.
So then I'm always driving by. So when I drive through Brooklyn, I'm always driving by all of my relatives' graves.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were to go like, hey, like Dan, like this is some fucking sandwich shop that
I would have rather eaten your dug up grandfather than this fucking cheesesteak, which is a shit food anyway. Like cheesesteaks are just not.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, like, look, a lot of the original, or like a lot of people say that the original cheesesteak or whatever has cheese whiz on. It's made with cheese whiz. It's not like it is like a gas station food. I could concede to that. It's not a delicacy by any stretch of the
but
imagination.
I was a little. I guess I was over the top.
I mean, look, we're in an area where you can gamble inside of a gas station. I mean, the guy at the gas station, his name was spelled Shean. So, I mean, like, that's the kind of town we're in right now.
That's a family where they named one kid Sean, Sawn, and he overdosed on heroin. And then they named another kid Sean, Sean, and he's in jail. So they're like, let's split the difference on the third and hope for the best.
I would say conservatively 45% of men in this area are named Sean.
And you literally also like the tasty cake.
I do like the tasty cake. Now the crumpets one, that's not great. People like that one here. I got the chocolate one with the icing. That shit's good.
Finish all of it?
What was that?
Did you finish all of the tasty cake?
No, okay. This is a part of the story Tim left out. I'm reheating my sandwich. I threw it in the microwave a little bit. Which, by the way, I told Tim, I was like, yeah, we might have to throw it in the microwave for a little bit. He's like, that's fine. So like you didn't give a chance to heat it up a little bit, but. Tim goes, he gives me the bag of sandwiches and chips and shit. He goes, put this in your room. So I just had a bag of like 2 big cheesesteaks uneaten, not even opened. There's like a bag of chips in there. I just threw this shit away.
I mean, let's see what Lex Friedman thinks about the chips. Does Lex Friedman even eat? Does Lex Friedman even eat? I don't think so. Lex eats, dude. Lex, do you even eat like food?
Shut the hell up. I lived in Philly for 10 years, by the way, so I'm a Philly cheesesteak.
Do you like the
steak? I'm offended by all this shit.
Let's fucking go, Lex. Let him have it.
Well, he doesn't understand. He's an elitist. He is filthy rich at this point due to his business, so he doesn't appreciate the food of the people. I'm a VC. You're vegan?
No, I said I'm a VC.
He is not.
Probably a vegan too. Wow. That's what I thought the V stands for in VC.
There's a lot of fat vegans. People think vegans are healthy, but they just eat pasta and bread all day.
Yeah, it's actually really tough to eat like healthy as a vegan. It sounds ridiculous to say, but there's so much delicious fatty food as a vegan. But yeah, definitely Philly cheesesteak. I remember I went to like Detroit. It is shit food, okay, but there's like a romantic aspect to it. I remember I went to Detroit and tried like the original hot dog or something like that, and like and people were saying it's like the best hot dog ever, and it was just a hot dog. So I feel the same way about the Philly cheesesteak. It's just basic shit.
Again, I don't like to be judgmental, but I'm from the classiest place in America, Long Island, New York. And people like me and Amy Schumer and the other people that come from Long Island just deserve better. We deserve better. And we are just highborn. We're highborn. Whereas Dan is a middle person or lower middle. I don't know how to describe them. But when you're highborn, you eat shrimp cocktail and you drive drunk and you have nice calamari and you eat steak tidbits and things are good.
See, but that one beautiful thing about the Philly cheesesteak is if you actually go and get it in Philly, the people that are like they're the good people. They're like they are the fuck ups in society, but they're good people. Like you can tell there's not going to be like woke discussions. It's like feels real, especially like late at night.
Saga, do you like Do you like Philly cheesesteaks?
I think Philly cheesesteaks are disgusting. That's mostly what I came in here to.
Thank you very much. Hey, by the way, thank
Another
you very
elitist.
much.
Another elitist. Yeah. Another DC elitist, just like Tim.
Eric, where are you on the Philly cheesesteak? Do you eat things like that? I feel like you eat like organic food, but I could be wrong. You're very smart, so I imagine you eat healthy.
Well, first of all, I'm sorry, I'm coming in late. Did we solve the whole like provolone versus American versus cheese whiz issue? I mean,
we haven't even touched it.
That hasn't even been introduced yet.
Yeah.
Where on Roosevelt Boulevard are we?
That's a great question. Where I don't know. I mean, there's Pat and Gino's. There's a bunch of them, and Dan got this one from Anna's. I don't know.
It's in like Ridley Park, right outside of Philly.
No, look, this is gourmet. This is gourmet American food. By the way, if we aren't talking tasty cakes, butterscotch crimpets, I don't even know what we're saying for dessert.
That's Lex. I got him the tasty cakes. He spit them out.
That's Eric. Yeah,
away.
I don't like the tasty. It just didn't do it for me. It's too sugary. It tastes chemical.
This is clearly not the room for me. I thought this was connoisseurs only. Nice talking with you guys.
I apologize.
Oh wow, that was a big mic drop right there.
He just dipped.
He had enough
Hey,
of
we got Freddie Rothschild coming up here. We don't need that. Freddie. Dude, if Freddie does not accept this, I will block him. Freddie, what do you think about the Philly cheesesteak?
All right, my opinion here is going to be like it's going to be very problematic, okay? Because I'll eat a Philly cheesesteak sometimes, but only from one place, and it's a chain restaurant, so it doesn't even count as a Philly cheesesteak. But other than that, they're pretty gross.
What's the chain?
Charlie's. It's not even real Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, guys,
Tim's that roast me.
Connoisseur of steak. I'm from New York City, Long Island. I've eaten steak my entire life. I've eaten it all over the world. I just think it's a bastardized version of the food. I think you're eating steakums. It's dog food. I think it's fluorescent colored neon cheese on a stale bun. And it's a horrific. Yes, Lex, I do enjoy the lack of woke conversations on the Philly cheesesteak line. But you could go to a Long Island clam bar or a steakhouse, and I guarantee you will not be assaulted with progressive talk there either.
Most of the time, it is pretty gross. But like, I'm sure there's some gems in the diamonds in the rough where you can find a quality Philly cheesesteak.
Sagar, what do you eat? What foods do you like?
So this is going to be, I'm a heretic to my Indian ancestors, but I am basically keto carnivore. So I'm basically where Lex is right now.
Is butter chicken like a keto? Like, because butter chicken's good as fuck.
Butter chicken is good as fuck, but it absolutely is not keto.
Yo, butter chicken.
There's a lot of sugar in there, man. There's
some sod paneer, some sod paneer, a little butter chicken, baby, and we're good to go. Lex hasn't eaten a carb in like 25 years or something.
Yeah, I don't do sauces. Sauces get in the way of the purity of the food. If you actually care about food, you want to enjoy the basic ingredient, which is the meat or even if it's carb. Adding sauces is like you're missing the point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tim's making his own sauce.
You're killing the flavor.
Tim's making his own steak sauce.
I think that again, there are entire regions and cuisines that would disagree with you, including French and Italian and Mediterranean and Indian and everything. But I get it. We're an oversauced country. There are too many condiments. I agree with you. We are oversauced, and it's a huge problem. But what is keto in the Indian cuisine, Sagar? Like, what could you have?
There's almost nothing. Tandoori chicken. That's about it. That's all that pretty much works. So I don't eat Indian that much. I mean, I'm from Texas. I actually am from where you guys are. And so whenever I go back home, it's the easiest thing. Best Texas steakhouses. Plus, you can eat Mexican keto all day long. Even carnivore if you just want carne asada. So that's pretty much what I eat.
When's the last time you've had sugar?
Sugar? Well, I had a glass of wine the other day. So
will you ever have like a scoop of ice cream? Lex Friedman will not. If he has one, he'll die.
No, I can't. I'm like Lex.
I'm a man of principle. That's all. Unlike some of the people on the stage. That's all I'm going to say.
Do you think Putin is keto, Lex?
He drinks the blood of children. I don't know. I think No, because the Russian sort of agriculture is not. So he's very much like the man that kind of he eats yogurt. He eats those like basic Russian like dairies and potatoes and veggies, just to show that Russia makes the best food, like symbolically.
What region in the country do you think has the best food? I'm going to say New York number 1, and then I'm going to say New Orleans number 2. But anybody's free to answer.
New York is pretty good, but I like Texas. I ate steak at Texas a few times, in Texas a few times, and it's been amazing. But maybe that's like you bring that expectation to the table, so you love it even more.
I think
But
New York,
Texas
yeah.
and
The
New York,
brisket.
yeah.
I was gonna say,
Because
New York City you can't beat, but Texas, in terms of like my palate in particular, like it's the best. There's just hands down nothing better. And because a bunch of people like Tim have moved there, now they're actually even bringing some of their like bourgeoisie culture, and so now you get literally everything you need down in Texas.
I have
like
the culture of Texas to an unimaginable degree.
I like Wawa.
Yeah. Dan
Jesus
says,
Christ.
yeah, Dan just is what he looks like. He's a little bit of a garbage kid. I love him, but he just doesn't really. I mean, I've taken him to some restaurants, and he's been like, "Oh my God, Dan, has anyone ever taken you to like nicer places than I have? Legit."
No, I mean, I didn't have sushi until I was like 23 years old. Like I never ate anywhere remote. My dad eats like peanut butter and jelly and barbecue chips every day for lunch, and hot dogs. Like that's what I grew up on.
Yeah, actually, that said, my favorite food recently has been McDonald's beef patties. That's basically primarily what I eat. So
How
I'm
human?
with Dan.
How
Lex,
human?
have you ever had the McGangbang at McDonald's?
I'm sorry.
So
Pardon me?
it's a secret menu item. You take you order a double cheeseburger and then a McChicken, and you split the double cheeseburger and you put the McChicken inside of it, and you create like a super sandwich, and it's known as a McGangbang.
You can actually order it, or is this a creative process?
The employees at McDonald's, they're aware of it, but you can't order it specifically.
I
on the
like
menu.
an old fashioned McGangbang where you just get banged out at a McDonald's. I think that's a much better situation than Sagar. What do you think about Clubhouse? Are you liking it here? Do you think when quarantine opens up, this app bombs, or do you think it stays big?
I think it stays big, man. And there's enough people that are committed to it, and there's enough like differentiated content that I think it's cool. I don't know.